What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing the Thermite operator review, and I have a very special clip and we're going to be kind of evaluating it. What happens is I was playing casual and I got into a game. I was running Thermite on attack, Caviar on defense, and we were doing really well. We were up 2-0 and I had like 8 or 9 kills. Well, somebody team killed on the third defense, and because of that, we lost that defense, and it came down to eventually it was a 2v2. I think no, we were 2-1, and it came down to a 2v2. We were on the attack. I was playing Thermite, and 2 of our players had already left, so it was a 3v5 situation. Well, before I knew it, my other 2 teammates had already died without getting a single kill, and it was a 1v5 situation. Well, I ended up clutching the match, and we're going to be evaluating it and just kind of going through my thought process as I'm running by myself against this 1v5 situation. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this Thermite operator review. Thermite is a 2-speed, 2-armored operator. His primary weapons consist of the M1014 shotgun and the 5.56 XI assault rifle. Between his 2 primaries, I would almost always suggest the assault rifle because it has very low recoil with a lot of damage. It doesn't take too many shots to put someone down with this weapon, and you'll definitely see it in the upcoming clips. Between his secondaries, you have a choice between the 5.7 and the M45. Here it's just kind of personal preference, not one is better than the other one. I just use the M45 because I like the classic look of the weapon. Then for gadget, you have a choice between Claymore and smoke grenades. I usually use the Claymore, but you can use smoke grenades if you're playing hostage mode. But having the Claymore to cover your back while you're trying to move towards an objective is very useful. Another tip for the 5.56 is that I would always recommend using the vertical grip over the angled grip. This is the example of the angled grip without compensating for the recoil, and this is me trying to compensate. Even while compensating, it still does get away from me a little bit. Now this is an example of the vertical grip. As you can see, the recoil is quite substantially different. And when I try to compensate for it, the tightness of the bullet spread is much better, and it allows you to shoot targets at much further range. And as Thermite, you're going to most likely be outside of the building trying to blow up walls and take out defenders that are sitting inside the objective. I would almost always recommend the vertical grip over the angled grip. Now we're just going to get into commentating over what I was thinking while going through this 1v5 situation. I notice I've got the diffuser, and I decide I'm just going to go ahead and hold it because I'm not sure if I can rely on my teammates. Now as Thermite, your responsibility is to always take care of cameras. My opinion, Thermite's job is to be outside of the objective, taking care of everything and kind of doing a little checklist off everything that he thinks should be done before entering the building. Like here, I go ahead and move to the top and decide that I should probably get one of them to use a breaching charge on that wall. Sadly though, it doesn't happen. What I decide to do here is I'm going to try to help my jackal to get inside the building, but he gets a little bit ahead of me and goes on in without me. I decide that I'm going to try to take out this doc that's all by himself. I get lucky and get a good kill on him. Now I know since it's a 1v5 situation, they're going to get a little jumpy, just like that bandit did, and I was able to get an easy kill on him. If he was smart, he would have stayed in the objective and covered it, because even when you're up 1v5, you can still lose. Here, I'm just waiting to make sure that they're not going to keep coming outside, because I know I've still got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left before the end of the round, so I've got plenty of time to take time to make sure that everything's clear before I move in. Now, I tried a drone, but sadly, my drone does get taken care of by this mute charge, and I have to go in completely blind without a drone. So I decided to do the one thing I know is probably best, and just to kind of peek the windows, see if I see anything going on. And then I decide I'm going to go ahead and place my claymore here so that it has one less window that I don't need to watch. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, why didn't I just open this wall up? Well, I know that these people, as soon as I open that wall up, are probably going to start coming outside. And I'm running out of room to protect. And the whole reason I didn't just jump into that window is because I didn't know if there was a frost trap, and I didn't want to expose myself. I go ahead and shoot through the door to see if I can get anybody's attention, and Mute just happens to be sitting there ready for a good headshot. Now I'm kind of waiting to see if Caviar or Frost are going to poke themselves outside, but I don't have any luck with that. I go ahead and decide, you know what, I'm going to open this wall, but I'm not going to open it now. I'm going to use it as a distraction to maybe clear up an objective. I know that A-bomb site is up here, so I go ahead and rappel up and then blow my thermite and then bust the window open. I see the shield, and I know that Frost can carry a shield, and I'm not 100% sure if she's behind it or not, so I go ahead and decide that I should kind of just fiddle with the window a little bit and see if I can maybe draw her attention around the shield. I don't see any movement though, so I kind of assume that it's empty, but I go ahead and hit it from another angle just to make sure that there is no one behind the frost trap. Or the shield, my bad. After I know there's no one there, I go ahead and move in and decide to take the objective room. I listen really hard to double check to make sure that the objective room is empty, and once I know it is, I just start planting. Now while I'm planting, I have my headphones on and I'm listening for any movement because there still may be someone to my left. Now that I don't hear any movement, I'm 100% sure that both Frost and Caviar are sitting outside the objective room. So I know that they only have one way to come in because they ever so graciously reinforced the entire wall. I don't know what Frost was trying to do there, but it obviously didn't work. Now I know that Caviar can one-tap me pretty easily, so what I try to do here is instead of trying to get the kill, I just try to stall. I try to come in from different angles. I'm shooting from all different angles, just trying to kind of get her attention on me, trying to make her peek me, and I'm not really trying to get the kill here, I'm just stalling out. She does manage to kill me and I'm not able to get the ace, but I stalled for just long enough to be able to win the round. Now as Thermite, you should always be running through that mental checklist of, did all the cameras get taken care of? Is people watching for spawn trappers? You should always be running through to make sure that the outside is clear. That's why I believe that Thermite is a good pick for new players. Now I'm not saying that as a new player you should jump in with your highly ranked friends and play Thermite, because at a high rank, Thermite should probably be played by someone who knows exactly what they're doing. But a new player should definitely jump into casual and get used to playing Thermite, because Thermite is the strongest player on your team. Because if you play Thermite, you'll get used to staying alive and learn the survivability aspect of the game and not just the kill aspect. Because I'm showing a lot of clips of me getting a ton of kills as Thermite, but honestly, if you play Thermite and you only get one kill, or maybe not even any kills, you're still doing a good job as long as you're staying alive and opening up the walls for your teammates. And that's why I do believe that Thermite should be played by new players, because he does teach new players how to get used to the survivability and how important it is to play Thermite and how important it is to have a Thermite. My rating for Thermite for new players is going to be a 8 out of 10, just because getting used to him and learning all the camera spots, playing as Thermite, and getting used to running through that checklist even when you're not playing Thermite is really good. Now when it comes to pros, he's a 10 out of 10, and that's just an obvious. You're always going to want a Thermite. Anyway, that's going to be all for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the rushed feel of the video. It's like 5 in the morning and I'm not feeling too well, but I wanted to get the video done and uploaded today. But if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and it makes me feel good to just know that I'm teaching players to get good at Siege, because this is such a great game and I want other players to enjoy it. Anyway, this is LtCol-Ayre signing off.